Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Ball Board and Bundesliga. As we all know, football has restarted after being suspended mid-March due to the coronavirus pandemic. The Bundesliga this weekend saw all the teams in action: Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, Bayer Leverkusen, RB Leipzig, Borussia Mönchengladbach. All of these teams were in action, and although it wasn't quite the most impressive performance from Leipzig, I think they would be happy with the draw considering the matches were restarting after nearly 2 months. In this episode of Ballboard and Bundesliga, I will take you through all the action that took place this weekend, discuss a few important performances, and summarize the results of some of the top teams. Right. Football restarted with Borussia Dortmund versus Schalke. Although we all expected Dortmund would go on to beat Schalke, no one really thought they would smash Schalke 4-0. Erling Haaland, Thorgan Hazard, Rafael Guerrero, they were all on the score sheet. But for me, the man who stood out the most was Julian Brandt. Julian Brandt gave 2 assists and also played a role in the other 2 goals. He hasn't quite got the experience, or I would say he didn't really get many chances this season to shine because of Jadon Sancho in the squad. But I think he is a valuable player for Dortmund who can do really well if given consistent chances. We will talk more about him in the later section of this video. The second fixture I want to talk about is Union Berlin versus Bayern. Bayern are the defending champions. We all expected them to win, but I think they didn't really get the performance, the kind of performance they were looking to kickstart the second phase of Bundesliga with. Robert Lewandowski scored from the spot to open the scoring, and then there was Benjamin Pavard who also backed a goal. A 2-0 win is decent, but I think Bayern still have a lot to do. They probably haven't utilized the break as well as Dortmund, but it's still only one fixture, and we can't really judge the teams based on one fixture. I think we'll get to see a better Bayern Munich from the next fixture onwards. The next result I want to talk about is RB Leipzig versus Freiburg. Timo Werner has done a lot of talking this season about his future, Liverpool move, he does not want to go to Bayern, and all of that. Everyone had their eyes set on Timo Werner, but he didn't quite get the goal that could have given Leipzig a win. Leipzig scored an equalizer to settle for a 1-1 draw, but everyone was expecting a lot from them considering they are among the top sides in Bundesliga this season. The next result I want to talk about is Leverkusen, Bayer Leverkusen versus Werder Bremen. Leverkusen are the social media kings in Bundesliga, at least for me, and there was quite a lot of hype about how they would go on to perform, especially with Kai Havertz. And I think Havertz justified his price tag by scoring 2 goals and uh, playing a pivotal role in Leverkusen's 4-0 win. A lot has been talked about Havertz's potential move to Bayern Munich or other top clubs like Real Madrid, Barcelona, or even to the Premier League. But this guy is showing why he's worth the 70 million or 80 million price tag that he's being talked about in the media of late. The two players I want to talk about are Julian Brandt and Kai Havertz. Brandt had in fact joined Dortmund from Leverkusen in the summer this season. He didn't get many opportunities to show the talent that he has got because Dortmund has had quite a lot of competition up front. There is Erling Haaland, there is Thorgan Hazard, there is Marco Reus, there is Jadon Sancho, there is Mario Götze. Brandt has quite a lot of promise. He did show that against Schalke in the 4-0 win. He in fact gave 2 assists and played an important role in the other 2 goals as well. If you look back at Brandt's career, you would see he has done quite well for Leverkusen. He even got the selection in the 2018 FIFA World Cup for Germany. It was a pathetic World Cup from the German national team's point of view, but Brandt, in the little cameos, the little appearances that he got, did manage to show that he has got the potential to become a top player both for his country and the club. Hence, Dortmund roped in Brandt from Leverkusen, and I think he's done decently well in the limited opportunities that he has got this season. The other player I want to talk about is Kai Havertz. Havertz again is touted as one of the finest talents in German football at present. The likes of Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona, and many other top teams in the Premier League are behind him. Kai Havertz scored 2 of Bayer Leverkusen's 4 goals against Werder Bremen on Monday, and he's been one of those players who has been talked a lot about during the coronavirus break, in fact the entire length of the season. But what makes this player so special? Bayer Leverkusen have reportedly set a 70 or 80 million price tag on Havertz. Whichever team wants to get him in the summer, they would have to shell a lot of money. But is he worth it? If we look at the number of goals he scored, he's still a very young player. He has been scoring and assisting on a consistent basis for Leverkusen. He can play either on the left wing, on the right wing, or in fact as a number 10. He can also be deployed as a second striker in a number of formations. It again depends on the philosophy and the manager how they want to use it. But considering the fact that Bayern Munich, the two top La Liga clubs, the top Premier League clubs have all been asking about him, talking about him, have all been linked to him, it tells you a lot about the potential this player has. The remainder of this season would go on to prove exactly how much Havertz is worth, and if he continues to score and give assists and in fact help his team the way he has been Leverkusen this season, I think not just Leverkusen would qualify for the Champions League next season, he will shall not just Leverkusen will not just Leverkusen will qualify for the Champions League next season, he will get a lot more money than the 70 million or 80 million price tag that he has been talked about. That was all from the first episode. Have a good time.